Good evening, everyone. Welcome to West Prairie High School as McDonough Telephone Cooperative brings West Prairie sports to TSSR Game Time Live. I'm going to turn it over to John Burton as we get ready to start tonight's festivities.
Good evening and welcome. Is that on? Where's it get on? I thought I did that. Good evening and welcome to West Prairie Junior Senior High School for today's matchup between the Spartans of Bushnell-Prairie City and your West Prairie Cyclones.
Great band of the Beck Brothers Band will be performing the Star Spangled Banner for tonight's game. Since it's grandparents' night, it is fitting that he is the grandfather of senior volleyball player David Beck, wearing jersey number 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Greg is awfully nervous tonight. So if you call please rise, remove your caps, and close your ears for the duration of tonight's national anthem. That might dull the Greg's performance.
Thank you, and thank you, Greg. And now the starting lineups first for the visiting Spartans. Number 15, Callie Kramer. Number 23, Sierra Shannon. Number 29, Katie English. Number 28, Daisy Crow. Number 19, Caroline Spangler. Number 25, Abby Nelson. And number 36, Presley Brandt. The Spartans are coached by Judy Bowman and McKenna Barker. And now the starting lineup for your home team, the West Prairie Cyclones. Number 5, Callie Wright. Number 1, Alexa Barkley. Number 9, Taylor Richardson. Number 7, J.C. Reynoso. Number 8, Madeline Sullivan. Number 6, Kinley Welsh. And the libero, number 12, Lindsay Dion. The Cyclones are coached by Caleb Hall and assisted by Drew Snyder, Leslie Sullivan, and Terry Paul. Your official for tonight's contest are Lisa Rosendale and Leah Glasser. Good luck. Now, up here now.
Is it hot up here?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're getting all excited over there.
I know.
Nelson.
I kind of butchered Dunn's name there, but
I think Will's going to be done. He ran the camera for you. Is he going to stay up there? Nope, he's going to be done. So we'll let you get back over there.
Yep.
I'll hand that over to you when you get over there. Thank you, Will. We appreciate it. Will Phelps helped us out with that as we realized it was going to be hard for John to announce and run the camera at the same time. As now I'm trying to get their recording to work for him here too. John, if you can talk for a second, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get this to work here. Trying to get their iPad working. Don't want it on photo, I want it on video. Yeah, that'll have to do. So we got it. Sorry, folks, just a little discombobulated over normal. I've got John turned down. So
there we go.
Here we are. I apologize. I saw you looking over here, and I realized what the problem was. Callie Kramer back to serve for BPC. Treble. It's going to be out of bounds, and a point to BPC to start things off here. Callie Kramer gets the first service point of the night. Hard low serve. Problem for Taylor Richardson. It's going to be sent across. And Nelson was in the net, so a side out on the net violation to the Cyclones. Saw a few of the students in the crank zone down there dressed up as grandparents, John.
Yeah, of course, honoring Grandparents' Night. A couple good outfits out there. I know Coy Bunnell and Owen Torrance always come with the great outfits.
And a kill for the Cyclones, Taylor Richardson. And it is a point for the libero, number 12, Lindsey Dunn. 2-1 is the score. An overpass. Dunn comes to get it. Sullivan. Back set. Barkley comes across, and a kill is a diving. Abby Nelson couldn't do anything with it. And Alexa Barkley changed her number, but picked up right where she left off in the JV contest.
Yeah, and the Cyclones go with a little bit of a different starting look here tonight on the court. I mean, the obvious inclusion is the freshman J.C. Reynoso picking up the start for the varsity Cyclone squad. And she's definitely been impressive in a lot of the JV games, but now gets a chance to showcase her skills in the varsity matchup.
I knew they were wanting to try a few things. I heard them talking. There was a different lineup tonight. I thought this would be a good night to try it. Sullivan tracks that down. It's going to be Richardson sending it across, and again, a net violation for BPC. 4-1 the score now, as Dunn has served 3 straight.
And while Richardson didn't pick up the kill there, West Prairie has definitely been experimenting a lot more, playing Richardson on the outside as compared to the middle, is what she's basically played for the past couple years. And here the other night, she did a great job out there. So West Prairie repeating that same motion tonight.
Sierra Shannon with a big block on the back row attack from Welsh right there. And there's going to be another net violation on BPC as Richardson went to tip one across and BPC was in the net again. And a timeout's going to be charged to BPC early on in this one. We'll keep it here and tell you this game being brought to you tonight by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. Cheer the Spartans on to victory. And Pawn Plus. Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. And if you buy something there that doesn't work, you can blame it on John.
That's exactly right. I was explaining this the other night to our friends in Southeastern. During the daytime, I work at Pawn Plus and go to school, and during nighttime, it's kind of like the Batman thing. I come here to film games.
Daisy Crow is blocked by Barkley and Reynoso. We'll give them both a block because I don't know which one of them actually got it. That's another point for Dunn, her 5th. Already started it. I was all over it for you, kid. Oh, Dunn goes down to get that one. Reynoso sends it across. And Katie English is going to get a kill for BPC.
Nice kill off the free ball by English there, able to get BPC the side out.
6-2. Sorry about that, John. Go
no,
ahead.
You're good. I was just going to say perfect placement on that attack by English.
Sierra Shannon back to serve for BPC. She's played pretty well, even in a couple losses this week. She's played relatively well, but I jinxed her. The announcer's jinx sends that one out the back of the court, and a side out back to the Cyclones. A little different rotation. I haven't seen what the rotation for the Cyclones has been, but seeing Kinley Welsh starting at, essentially left back and getting a couple rotations in the back row before she gets to the front, it's kind of a surprise to me.
Yeah, Kinley has played there actually a little bit here and there this year, but like you said, West Prairie definitely a little bit different rotation than what we've seen previously. And like I said, Taylor Richardson moving to the outside has been a big game changer here in the past couple games.
And there is Taylor Richardson on command of getting the kill for the Cyclones, her 2nd. And it's 8-2. As serving is number 14, Abby Starbuck. She got 1 point and then served it into the net. It's a side out back to the Spartans. And going back to serve will be Katie English, who got that kill just a couple minutes ago. Dunn is there. Quick to Reynoso, and somebody was in the net. Boy, how did they not call that in the net? Reynoso is going to get the kill.
Yeah, I thought Reynoso might have came across the net there a little bit. Yep, there it is. Called the net call both ways.
Yeah, and I don't tend to judge sides too much, but I don't think that's an one of my out-of-bounds requests there. Is that's an overpass and an ace for Richardson. That was pretty blatant in the net, I felt like. But 10-3 the score. Richardson serving a 2nd time. Brandt has that one roll up her arms. Is going to get it across. Caroline Spangler sent it across. Sullivan out to Welsh, and she drives it home in front of Callie Kramer. Kinley Welsh gets to the front row and gets her 1st kill on her 1st attempt. She's hitting 1,000 right now.
Yeah, I can't ask for much better than that. Welsh definitely the star hitter on this West Prairie side. The big lefty coming through with the big swing there.
Abby Nelson put her arms up to protect her face, and Richardson gets another ace. 3rd point, 2nd ace. And it is 12-3. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as you're watching McDonough Telephone Cooperative coverage of West Prairie sports.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back as you now see the Spartans, who have called their 2nd timeout of set number 1, down 12-3 here. Richardson back to serve again. She served 3 straight. And the changes in lineup, you wonder why you do that. You know, Coach Hall has a couple good coaches on his bench, and you're always looking for that next step. You know, it's like racing or anything else, right? A little adjustment here or there can make a big difference. Brant treble, and Crow can't do anything with it. Another ace. Four points, 3 aces. Callie Kramer. Crow sends that one across. Starbuck is there. Sullivan gets the kill. It's her first kill of the varsity match. 5th point for Richardson. Campfire defense, if you heard that right there. I said that earlier tonight, as a matter of fact. Brant, an overpass. Richardson is there. Bump set. Comes out to Welsh. Welsh drives it home right through the legs of Presley Brant. Kinley Welsh 2 for 2 on attacks and kills now. And it's 15-3. Richardson has 6 straight points. Make it 7 straight points on another ace.
Things starting to get a little bit out of hand for BPC right now. Richardson doing a great job back there serving. West Prairie has the lead by 13. We're going to build on that.
And a service error sends Richardson to the bench. And Janie Phelps going to replace her in the back row. Phelps, Starbuck, and Dunn will be back in serve receive for the Cyclones as Daisy Crow serves one up. It goes off the arms of Phelps, an overpass. Crow's going to attack from the back row and get the kill. I'm not real sure that she wasn't in front of the 10-foot line there, but Daisy Crow gets the point and the kill. That's Starbuck. Welsh, and in the net. Tried to take it back to Abby Nelson, and it's a side out. Checking into the front row is going to be number 5, Callie Wright. Checking in to serve for Reynoso is number 16, Paige Kitch. Low, hard serve. Brant with an overpass, and it drops in the back for a side out. 17-6 now. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Reynoso comes back in so that Dunn can replace her. Presley Brant will be the server, I do believe. She's back to serve now, Presley Brant, with her team trailing 17-6. Phelps, Sullivan, and they're going to call an illegal touch. 2 hits on Sullivan. A point for Brant and the Spartans. Just the third service point of the match for BPC. Starbuck takes that one overhand. Sullivan out to Welsh. Welsh dug by Crow, but it's going to be a kill for Sullivan, or excuse me, for Welsh, as it went out of bounds. She's 3 for 3 now.
Nice hands at the score table from one Miss Rachel Kearns. Able to block that one away. 100% on the night for her.
Got to be in the game all the time, don't
Absolutely.
you? I don't know if that actually got over or not. I don't think it did it?
It did not. That one fell right back down on BPC's side. I don't think Barkley came up and touched it.
Should we give her a kip block anyway?
Might as well.
Might as well. Why not?
You can see how official we are here on TSSR.
And Sullivan with the ace. 20-7. Brant. Sierra Shannon pushes that one across. And the kill for Callie Wright. Another point for Sullivan. 21-7. West Prairie, a big matchup as a rotation violation for the Spartans. 22-7. The big matchup next week, I was getting ready to say there, John, is West Prairie and Southeastern, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And then we also have Southeastern and Q&D next week, I believe, as well.
Big games next week for a couple of teams. A couple bad passes. Shannon tried to get that one across, couldn't do it. 4 straight for Sullivan now, and it's 23-7. I don't think they're going to be able to get it across. They did touch it 3 times, couldn't do anything with it. A side out. Beekman comes out for BPC. Katie English goes in. Abby Nelson goes back to serve. And a rotation violation for West Prairie. As Sullivan's a back row player, and she needs to be behind Welsh, I do believe. And that's where she has to go, so it's 23-9. Phelps, Sullivan, right, blocked by English. Kramer now, back out to Callie Kramer. And Kinley Welsh very easily could have got an over the net violation there, but did not. It's going to be a side out and set point for the Cyclones, and Welsh will go back to serve. Brandt, Nelson, Sierra Shannon on the attack. Welsh is there, or no, that's Sullivan, excuse me. Sullivan from the back row. Brandt with the dig. And communication problems again, and that's set point. 25-9, a set 1 win for the Cyclones. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching McDonough Telephone cooperative coverage of West Prairie sports here on TSSR.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to West Prairie High School in Colchester, Illinois. Devin Raleigh Shelter Insurance bringing BPC sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. John Burton is alongside. You got to hear him do the starting lineups a little bit earlier. And set number 1, John, all West Prairie.
Yeah, absolutely. Just came out to a big lead, and really Bushnell just really wasn't able to come back after that big lead West Prairie went out to. And we mentioned that throughout the game, West Prairie trying some different things in the lineup-wise. Of course, starting J.C. Reynoso up front, Taylor Richardson in the outside, Kenley Welsh in the back row. Just a couple things here and there. But, I mean, things have been rolling smoothly so far. Well-oiled machine as always, and showed it there in that first set.
Well, we'll see how things go here the rest of the way. But if you're going to put a new lineup in, I suppose that's about as good of an outcome as you could ask for, isn't it? Hey, somebody, turn down there and get that sign. I'm not sure if he knows which way it's supposed to be held up here. He keeps turning it different ways. He's
there, nope.
Oh, almost. That's the best way to put it. I don't know. They're having fun down there in the crank zone.
Wait. Second attempt here, maybe. We're reading it through the back of the paper now.
I think that can you read backwards, John?
Can I read backwards?
Yeah.
No.
In reverse, I guess that would be an upside down in this case.
No.
No?
Especially not through a sheet of paper.
Yeah, well, it's
I don't know. Can you, DeWayne? Does your brain function at that high level you can do that? Or
if I could see it, I could probably figure it out. But
That's
that's poster board, so I can't believe that they can see that through that, but maybe they can.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
Ball never lies, huh?
I guess not, but it's actually lies never ball at this point. Still holding it upside down.
I think at this point I hope that he's doing it on purpose.
It's got to be.
I hope it's on purpose. I'm going to pretend that it's on purpose.
Libero checks in on West Prairie side, Lindsey Dunn. She'll start with the serve.
She only served 5 straight to open her scoring for the team in the last set. Cyclones 1, set 1. And she's not going to get any this time as Sierra Shannon's going to get a kill to start things off for BPC. Good start for the Spartans.
Yeah, can't ask for it much better. Able to get the kill courtesy of Shannon and side out back BPC's way. There you got the 1-point advantage.
Callie Kramer got the first service point and another rotation violation for the Cyclones.
Second rotation violation we've seen on West Prairie. And again, when you're trying new lineups like that, maybe not everyone quite on the same page or where they need to be at. We're getting a check courtesy of one Mr. Caleb Hall, Coach Hall.
They're still talking up here, trying to figure out where everybody belongs. Reynoso is left front, Richardson's middle front, as they have it right now, and Sullivan would be right front. Dunn served. So that's where this is where I'm seeing the problem. I could be wrong here though, but if that's the case, then number 2, Ava Beck, and Ava, I don't know. Didn't Dunn just served, right?
Yes.
If Richardson's in the front row, Sullivan's in the front row, we'll see who hits here. It's going to be a kill by Richardson, and Beck came up to hit, so that's how Dunn was beside and behind Beck. So as Richardson gets the kill, if I would have paid more attention and got the actual positions to start, I could figure that out a little better, but I wasn't horribly not paying enough attention. I apologize, folks. 2-1, Starbuck into serve, and an ace for the Cyclones. They tied at 2. Starbuck gets her second service point, first ace. So Beck would have been in the back row. Starbuck serving for Beck. They called Sierra Shannon in the net that time. I really thought it might have been Sullivan that was in the net, John.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially, that was going to go BPC's way, but another net violation on the Spartans.
And a service error for Starbuck, and side out to BPC. We're tied at 3. Caroline Spangler comes into the front row. And a service error. Anything you can do, I can do better. Brandt goes out. Shannon comes out. Brandt comes back in for her libero, and back to serve is number 9, Taylor Richardson. Deep and out. Back to back to back service errors. Janie Phelps comes in for Richardson now. Welsh is in the front row now. Got here a lot faster this time through the rotation, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot slower start to the game, faster on the rotations, you could say.
Farwell the serve. Welsh a little miss hit that one. Crow on the attack is partially blocked. Phelps is there. Sullivan back out to Welsh again. That's going to be a kill. Kenley Welsh gets her 4th kill on 6 attacks, no errors. So she's having a pretty good night so far. Going back to serve is going to be number 16, Paige Kitch. Now Paige in the first set served from the right side of the floor, didn't she? Now she's serving from the left. Callie Kramer's there. Beekman tracks it down, pushed across. They're going to call it lift, double hit. Probably could have called it one of many things there as the point goes to Paige Kitch. 6-4, Cyclones with the lead. Wilson pushes that one across. Phelps is there. Sullivan quick to Callie Wright as she gets the kill, her 2nd. Kitch gets another service point. 7-4. Callie Kramer. How do you call a lift on a punched ball?
Not exactly sure. Maybe she had the hand outstretched. I thought she punched it as well.
Maybe it stayed on her hand a while, they thought. There's an ace for Kitch. And I bet a timeout coming for BPC here shortly, you think?
I would think so. Nothing in the works quite yet, but they trail by 5, and West Prairie is starting to build momentum after it was pretty close to the first 6 points.
Phelps, Welsh, dug by Kramer. Out to Crow, and it's out. 5 points in a row now for Paige Kitch. And Brandt stays out of the way, and it's a little long, a side out on the service error. BPC back to serve is going to be the senior, Daisy Crow. And a service error gives it right back to the Cyclones. 11-5 the score. Madeline Sullivan going back to serve. Ava Beck comes back in. Starbuck goes out for the Cyclones. And an ace down in front of Presley Brandt. Madeline Sullivan gets her 5th service point, 2nd ace.
Still no sign of a timeout quite yet. You'd expect if West Prairie 1 or 2 more points, you'd think Bushnell would take one.
And a let's serve drops in for an ace. I still contend that those should be illegal.
Yeah, they're just, if you could do it every time, you'd score just about every time.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Callie Kramer with the dig there. It's going to be Spangler with the attack. Sullivan now back sets to Beck. Beck gets the kill. Ava Beck with the kill. And Sullivan with another point. Beck gets her 1st kill.
Cyclones threatening to push this thing up over 10. The lead that is. Courtesy of Madeline Sullivan. She continues to serve.
Kramer, more trouble. Brandt goes to get it. Crow sends it across. And Beck thought she was farther back than she was, and that's going to fall in behind her. And it's going to be Brandt going back to serve for BPC. Her team trailing 14-6.
Big kill on the outside there for Kinley Welsh. Gets the side out back the Cyclones' direction.
And she'll go back to serve. That's 5 kills for Kinley Welsh. Hey, you aren't using the little remote control thing down there.
I'm not. I'm not, Dwayne. You know what they say, old habits die hard, and I just cannot get away from just using the zoom in and out on the camera.
Shannon a hitting error for Sierra Shannon. Welsh gets the service point. That's her 1st service point of the night. She only served once in the 1st set. Crow to the net. Beekman sends it across. Sullivan. Boy, I thought there was no way that Callie Wright was going to hit that, but she got her fingertips on it, and it drops for a kill, her 3rd. Sullivan a low set and a quick set, but it was a little almost too high for Callie Wright to get to. And Welsh sends that one out the back. A side out on a service error, and it's 17-7. Sub coming in, Joe Farwell replacing Beekman for BPC. Abby Nelson back to serve. Hard, deep, and way too deep. A side out on a service error. Back to the Cyclones.
The second set really just rolling along. Cyclones got the 11-point lead, 7 points away from closing out this game.
Brandt goes to get that one. Crow is there for the second touch. Kramer's going to send it across. Dunn, quick to Reynoso from Sullivan. Shannon with the attack and into the net, a hitting error and a point for the Cyclones. And going back to serve is going to be Lindsey Dunn. She's got 5 service points on the night. Hit across by Farwell, pushed across by Sullivan. That was Sullivan, wasn't it?
Yep.
It happened so quick, I almost second-guessed myself afterward.
The setter picking up the kill there, Madeline Sullivan.
Usually those little dinks are not that fast or hard. There's a service error for Lindsey Dunn. Back to BPC it goes, trailing 20-8. Callie Kramer back to serve, her second service of set number 2. She started things off for BPC. And there's another deep serve and out. Well, this game would be a lot different if BPC's serve percentage was just better.
Yeah, giving up a lot of points there on these service errors. And West Prairie just been able to capitalize on it, going on long serving runs for the most part.
Yeah, and one of the big problems is Starbucks into serve. They're the first serve service errors. It's not like they've served 3 or 4 times. There's a big block by Reynoso. It's dug by Kramer. She can't get it back across, though. Great job by Kramer to get that up. Reynoso thought she had a kill right off the bat, but it didn't work out so well for her.
Yeah, freshman definitely getting a little excited there on the initial block, but she picks up the point.
Brant's trouble with the serve receive and went right off the mug of Daisy Crow there, unfortunately for her. It's 23. Starbuck gets another point. Nelson. Farwell's going to send it. Welsh is there. Sullivan out to Richardson, and she tried to get to the net to get it. She couldn't do anything with it. It's going to be a setting error and a point to the Spartans, down 23-9. Spangler comes back in. Brandt goes out, and Sierra Shannon back to serve. I said earlier, she's been playing pretty well here. Even though the Spartans haven't won, I felt like she's been kind of a bright note for them as Richardson hits that one into the net. A hitting error, and Sierra Shannon gets the service point for BPC. Daisy Crow had a decent game against Macomb as well, even though the score wouldn't have said it. Kinley Welsh from the back row hits it into the net. 23-11.
The 10-person BPC student section definitely starting to come alive here late in this set as Bushnell has been able to rally off 3 points in a row.
Did you literally just count them, or are you just guessing?
I did not, but you definitely could count them. On probably 2 hands and maybe 1 foot.
And that's a service error deep out the back for Sierra Shannon. And now Taylor Richardson going back to serve. Her team needing a match point right here. Deep, Brandt to the ceiling. Farwell takes it down. Crow sends it across. Sullivan out to Kinley Welsh. Off the block and down. Kinley Welsh gets the game ender. 25-11 in set number 2. So a 25-9, 25-11 2-set win for West Prairie over BPC. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH with some stats right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me. And the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care, it felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to West Prairie High School, 25-11 in set 2. As the Cyclones get the win. Got to talk to Lester Fowler a little bit earlier. He came up and talked to me when I was setting up. See, Rick Battles is here tonight as well. Haven't got to see him or talk to him for quite some time either, so it's good to be back in the old Colchester stomping grounds, kind of where I started my volleyball knowledge with the little bit I have. And I do enjoy getting to see some of those folks when I come back to the area. John and Greg are over here most of the time, so I don't get to see all the Colchester folks and West Prairie folks that often, but it's nice to be back and see some of those folks here tonight. Mr. Finch, of course, always good to see. I'll put it up there. You want to play? You want to play something? I'll put it up there for you. I got you, Mr. Finch. You want me to turn it off too? Is there anything else you want me to do for you? Where's the power button? There you go. Hey, there you go. I'm here to help. Hey, why don't you take this with you when you go?
Oh, here, wait. I got something for him, too.
Oh, my God. There's a case down there. There's your clipboard, too. Well, you can tell how this show has went to heck in a hurry there.
Yeah. All thanks to one person, really.
Yeah, no kidding. Always Mr. Finch's fault, isn't it?
Yeah, it's never our fault.
It's never our fault. It's got to be Mr. Finch's fault. Some stats real quick. A lot of them just kind of like the JV contest, John, dominated by West Prairie. Callie Kramer had 2 service points for BPC. Sierra Shannon 1 kill and 2 service points. Daisy Crow 1 kill and 1 service point. Katie English 1 kill. And Presley Brandt had 1 service point. For the Cyclones, Alexa Barkley 2 blocks and a kill. Ava Beck a kill. Callie Wright 3 kills. Kinley Welsh was 6 of 8, I believe, on attacks, no errors. J.C. Reynoso had a kill and a block. Madeline Sullivan had 7 points, including 3 aces and 2 kills. Taylor Richardson had 7 points, including 4 aces and 3 kills. Lindsey Dunn had 6 points. Abby Starbuck had 5 points, including an ace. And Paige Kitch had 5 points, including an ace. For the Cyclones. Did you catch up with Mr. Hall?
I will not repeat exactly what he said, but he said we'll catch it another time for an interview.
He's probably got plenty to do tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's still a lot of people in there. They aren't disappearing very quick.
Yeah, it is Grandparents' Night, as we mentioned earlier. A lot of people probably sticking around, chatting with some local folks that don't get out too often here at the volleyball game. And, of course, it is Grandparents' Night, so maybe a little bit slower moving off the court, to put it nicely.
Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe you just went there.
Sorry, I had to. I didn't have to,
but I had to.
I didn't have to, but I had to.
I understand. I get it. Well, so I guess that'll do it. Big win for the Cyclones tonight. Relatively quick, easy work, but some big games coming up next week for TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. As a matter of fact, I'll pull that schedule up and let you folks know when and where we'll be the rest of the next week, as of course football takes over after tonight. We will be next week as I get up to the top. Let's see. Southeastern has Rushville Industry on Monday. Southeastern has Q&D on Tuesday. We have our first WIU volleyball game on Tuesday as well. Macomb has QND on Wednesday, and West Prairie has Southeastern here on Wednesday as well. And that's that's Greg. Are you going to come over to that one too?
I will probably be in attendance whether or not we're working or not. We'll get that figured out tonight, but that's definitely a game that I'd like to come to. Just a lot of great volleyball teams in the area, and QND coming to town playing against Southeastern and Macomb. It's always going to be interesting to see how some of these area teams match up with a program like QND. So, yeah, definitely an exciting week of volleyball ahead. And as you mentioned, that Southeastern team definitely one of the better in the area, and Macomb right up there with them as well.
Yeah, so both teams give Lester Fowler a wave. And I guess that'll do it for tonight, huh? Not much else to talk about. A 25-9, 25-11 win for West Prairie in a very dominant fashion. So for John Burton, I'm Dwayne Hulett. It is West Prairie 25-9, 25-11 here from West Prairie High School in Colchester, Illinois. See ya.